With the sixth pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane, defensive back, LSU.
How y'all stop sleeping on Mansour Delane?
Time for Power Moves presented by Energizer. Delane, the sixth total player from LSU the Chiefs have drafted.
All right, everybody. The first three picks for the Kansas City Chiefs are in round one and round two. And boy, did they hit some home runs. Let's get into it here on this episode of the TPT Podcast.
Welcome in, guys, to another episode of the TPT Podcast. Tyler Thigpen, Tyler, Jason Dunn. Good to have you back on the podcast. Will Shields, welcome into the podcast.
Kansas City, first round is over, came and went, and the second round came and went. Boy, did the Chiefs hit some studs on defense. The first big swing the Chiefs had is they traded up to number 6 to draft the number 1 corner in this draft, Mansour Delane, and boy, do I like this pick. I thought this would be Ruben Bain, pass rusher from Miami, but it was not. It was the cornerback from LSU, an absolute shutdown corner. No one wanted to really look this guy's way this past season because he was absolutely locking teams up. I really like this move from Kansas City. This draft in general really reminds me of 2022. There was some people that had a problem with Kansas City moving up to number 6, but it looks like the way that Mansour was talking that Washington actually wanted to draft him. They were the pick before. They were the pick before Kansas City would have drafted at 7. So it looked like Kansas City had to hop the Commanders so they could go get Delane. And I, like I said, I really like this pick. They got the shutdown corner. The Chiefs needed corner. When you lose Jalen Watson, when you lose Josh Williams, and you lose Trent McDuffie, you got to go get you another shutdown corner, and the Kansas City Chiefs did that with Delane. So I really like this pick from them at number 6. Then later in the draft at 29, they get the future defensive tackle, Peter Woods from Clemson. Peter Woods is an absolute monster, absolute wrecking crew. I'm glad they went to go get defensive tackle. They have to find that Chris Jones replacement, and I think they did here in the future. He'll be sitting behind a great guy in Chris Jones, learning under Chris Jones. The interior of this Chiefs defensive line, to me, is going to be absolutely star-studded this year. A lot of these picks in this draft, I think they're going to be complementary pieces. I don't think they even have to come out year one and dominate. I really don't. But I think a lot of these guys are going to be complementary pieces in their rookie year. You guys got to remember, in 2022, the Chiefs are coming off that AFC loss to the Bengals. They go out, they get some new faces on defense. Leo Chanel, George Karlaftis, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, and they really revamp their defensive backfield, and they really revamp their defense. The Chiefs will have more picks today on day 3, but I really like what the Chiefs are doing early here on defense. Then what I really, really love to see is round 2. They go get my guy from Oklahoma, R. Mason Thomas, an absolute stud at the defensive end position. I am so glad they went to go get R. Mason Thomas. I thought they've had an absolute stud of a draft. These 3 first guys, we'll be able to see what they do in round 3 and the rest of the draft on day 3. But I'm really curious. I think this is when you start to maybe go get offensive tackle for some depth. You go get a receiver, maybe even a tight end, maybe a running back later too in the draft. But my thing is this, I think the Chiefs were really like, hey, you know what? We need defense. Let's go get defense these first 3 picks. And they absolutely did that. And I think they got the perfect guys in that position. A lot of people were upset they moved up, like I said earlier, to number 6. Oh, you didn't need to trade those picks. But it did really look like Washington or maybe some teams before that were willing to trade up to get Delane. But I like it. I thought this was, at the end of the day, the smart move rather than going to get a guy like Ruben Bain, because you did get R. Mason Thomas, who I think is an absolute monster as well. Some other teams too, real quick, I thought had a good draft. I don't think too many teams reached, maybe except the Chargers. The Chargers going to go get a 25-year-old pass rusher from Miami. I thought that was a little bit of a reach. I thought they should have went to go get Malachi Lawrence from UCF. He was right there as well. I think he was the next pick after that. He is an absolute speedster off the line, getting to the quarterback. He is a huge pursuit guy. Never gives up on the play. I thought they maybe should have got Lawrence. That was a little bit of a reach for me for the Chargers. But other than that, I thought everyone else had a pretty good first round. The Giants, to me right now, are killing it. I thought the Cowboys had some good picks. The Eagles have made some good moves as well. So those are some of the teams I really thought made good moves. I think the NFC East is going to be an absolute grudge match between the Giants, the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. I really do think that's going to be a grudge match, an absolute battle for who's going to win that division over there on the NFC side. But let me know what you guys think. What are some picks that stood out to you? Obviously, we're going to have more of a recap for each player that the Kansas City Chiefs draft. This is just going over the first 30 picks of Kansas City, who they selected. But let me know what you guys think. I thought this was an absolute A+ from the Kansas City Chiefs on who they selected these first 3 picks. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you guys think, and we will see you guys next time on the TPT Podcast.